Welcome to Enchanted Tarot. This is for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of May. It is a general reading. That being said, it may or may not resonate with you. If it doesn't sound like your story, then check your other placements. Your messages could be there. If you still don't find them there, then check back with me in the following week when I put out new messages for your sign. Okay, so now this could be you or it could be them. You will know. But what I'm seeing here, this is somebody, listen, here's what the strategy was. Hurt them before they hurt me. Which, was a bad idea. We see there was a fight. And this is something that starts up quickly and it ends quickly. Here we see Page of Pentacles in reverse. So, it was a bad idea what they did. And I think that they realize it in the after the fact. So, Seven of Swords. This is, you can see this. I believe it's a puppet. They're running away with the swords. This is running away, making their strategic move and then running. That's what they did. They made their strategic move before something really bad happens, like they get hurt. So instead they hurt somebody else. Yeah. So here we have discretion in the reverse. They realize, again, this is, it was poor judgment. They were confused. It speaks to confusion over, this must have been because it does talk about confusion over restoration. So it could have been a reconciliation that went bad or didn't really get off the ground. Yeah. And so with regards to that new beginning that was supposed to happen, somebody was, unsure. I feel like for one person, it's like a surprise ending. I feel like they weren't expecting the attack when it came. We have the Five of Swords twice. So this is a victory for that person, but temporary. It doesn't last. This person it feels like they lost a lot more than they bargained for. It feels like a lot more. They felt like they had that victim mentality, and I suppose trying to save themselves. But it was really poor judgment on their part to have done this. See, again, this is about relighting the flame. But there was something about that action of relighting the flame, of moving it to a better place. There was something about that was eating at that person. Probably eating at an open wound. Here we see they may have felt alone. Like they were going to be taken advantage of. They felt alone. I feel like they Seven of Cups in the reverse is like they thought that what was being offered wasn't realistic, possibly. That it was, in effect, I feel like it was out of reach, like it wouldn't happen. And so before they could get hurt, they decided to hurt you, possibly. And so they take the action, okay? A very emotional decision coming from a place of pain. They take this action on this person in their past, but yes, they cause pain to that person, but they have also brought a lot of pain to themselves. And I think that they probably didn't realize exactly how much, you know, how much this was going to hurt and how much they lost by that action. Here we see the action being made again. This is somebody who felt alone. They felt alone. They felt alone. I think that, let me see, 10 of Coins. They felt that what was being offered wasn't realistic. That it would never happen. This person felt alone. They wanted that loving, stable family connection. They didn't have in their life, and they wanted that. But they didn't believe that they could have that with you. They didn't believe what you were telling them. And this is, if this is not happening to you, then like, I mean, this is the other way around. It can be vice versa. Let's not forget that. But somebody felt like a victim. And they stood in the moment, suddenly decided, it's like they threw up a wall. It's like they, I don't know, this happened, and it happened. It was not planned. It's something that happened. They decided in the moment, oh, this is unrealistic. I'm never going to have that. I don't believe them. Bang. So they say something, because this one has something to say that's stinging, that's going to hurt. They say something and they ride out. They ride out. And now, see, they blew out the flame. They brought about this ending. But they ran away, but they don't really feel like it's over, like it's not finished. It's not finished. Now they've got mixed feelings about the past, and they're grieving, and they have regret over what happened in the past. They've got regret over words that were said. They have regret over the conflict. So there's a decision that they're facing, which is a challenge, and that would be to step out of their comfort zone and take the risk to go back to this person to make things right. Most likely they were not willing to listen with that Page of Pentacles. They weren't willing to listen in the past. They would have jumped the gun right away. Yeah, they weren't willing. Ah, look at that. So they do come back. They come back as the Knight of Cups. So, well, I just saw it there, but there is a decision about what to do in the future. The challenge is to step out of this place of fear. And I feel go back to this person to explain, to apologize, and we'll be wanting another chance. We'll be ready to listen. We'll be ready to take that risk that is suggested by the Fool up here. The Sacred Pool and the Mountain. And the Mountain is about somebody who's facing a challenging situation, okay, which we know he is right here, okay. He would be, he's wounded, of course, which is what is holding him here. He doesn't want to get wounded again. All of his lessons, the experiences that he's had, and not all of them good, he may be basing things upon. The Mountain is telling him that there's an obstacle that stands in his way, okay, that can appear to be insurmountable. And, you know, you might think that climbing it or chiseling away at it is the answer. But the Mountain says, well, why take such a treacherous and tedious approach? Be like the rivers that flow naturally around the mountain. In choosing the flow of the river, you'll move relatively quickly around the mountain. So, go with the flow of things. The sun is going to bring clarity. Whatever you're fearing, it's not as bad as you think. Whatever you're thinking, like you might be thinking it's insurmountable, but it's not. The sun is here. The sun makes things better. It brings warmth, harmony. So the Nine of Wands could also be saying that as hard, like this person's beaten down and they're tired. And yes, they might be afraid, but they're not ready to walk away. They're not ready to walk away. Maybe they thought they were. And yeah, maybe they made mistakes or have made a mistake. But they're willing to own up to it. The Sacred Pool. When you look in the mirror, do you like what you see? And this is most likely what has happened. This person would have been through something like this, where they look at where they see inside and maybe didn't like what they saw, didn't like what they did. And this card would ask that you focus on self-love and self-esteem, because, you know, we are all works in progress. We all make mistakes. So detached self-examination with honesty is called for. See the love within you and know that if you take that love and if you cast it upon the waters, it will return to you tenfold. That is what I have for you. I thank you for watching, for liking and for sharing my videos, and for subscribing. Also, thank you to everyone who has sent in a donation to the channel. It is greatly appreciated. Many blessings.